Okay, I'm going to do a quick video talking about hormones, how a hormone works, what a hormone is, and what hormone actions are. So we're going to talk about insulin. Here's our buddy insulin. Insulin as a hormone is a chemical message in the body, right? So what does it mean to be a chemical message? Well, so picture, it's a message that means something to the body. So when you have insulin released, what message is that sending to the body? Well, insulin equals high blood glucose. So this is one of those things where it's always important to kind of point out one of the kind of important variations. You guys will like to tell me that insulin is a sign that glucose is being removed from the bloodstream. That's the action. So how do we get the action of glucose being removed from the bloodstream? So if you want to picture that we have, here is a cell membrane, and then we have, here's glucose, right? So insulin is a message that glucose is in the bloodstream, in the body, in the system. So how does the cell know that glucose is in the system? Well, first you have the chemical message, insulin, but how is there an action at the cell? So the cell has to be able to recognize or read the message. And in order to recognize or read the message, there has to be a receptor. All right, so if insulin is the message, the receptor reads the message and triggers the action. So in this case, this would be our insulin receptor. So as insulin binds to the receptor, now the cell reads the message that there is glucose in the bloodstream. And so the receptor is going to trigger the action. Now there's a whole bunch of different types of actions that could be triggered. With insulin, what we see is that the insulin receptor triggers a second messenger system that eventually inserts and opens glucose channels. And as insulin binds to the insulin receptor, that causes the glucose channels to open so that glucose can be transported into the cell. And that is kind of the simple description of a hormone as a chemical message, the insulin receptor or the hormone receptor as the way that the message can be read by the cell, right? And so the hormone is the message, the receptor reads the message and triggers the action of the hormone.